Hello, music community. Well, it was an interesting day. Let's just say that. Had to take my dad to Long Beach. He's staying in Long Beach for roughly 5 weeks for a blind rehab center. He's not completely blind, but he's legally blind. And the VA, they have this amazing program. Just it blew my mind. But I was there a heck of a lot longer than intended, or I realized I would be. Um, but I still managed to go to two record stores. Originally, I was just going to hit up one in Long Beach. I ended up at Third Eye Records. Not sure how they compare with other record stores in Long Beach. That was the first time I went to one. So, but let's take a look at what I found. I think I found some pretty good stuff. They're one of those record stores that you kind of have to dig for the deals that are in reasonable condition. A lot of their stuff is a little on the higher end and suspect condition considering the prices. Other than that, I really like it. Their selection is good. So, and that's their card there. I don't even know if you can make that out. Anyway, yeah. So I got some very interesting stuff. Blind buys, other stuff. First of all, the Dregs industry standard is supposed to be very, very good. I looked up so many records. I don't remember. I want to say it's hard rock, but I could be entirely wrong about that. It may have been alternative indie. You know, but it looks cool. That's what matters. They had two pressings of this one. This is Pete Townsend Scoop. And I opted for what I believe is the original pressing. And it's obvious the two different pressings because it's the same art, but it's a completely different color scheme. Yeah. So I want to say it's like rarities and that kind of thing, but double LP for $1.99. Yeah. Very glad to pick up another Robin Trower. This is Long Misty Days. Very cool. I absolutely love the Temptations. Amazing stuff. I don't know about this particular album, Sky's the Limit. From what I've heard, and my own personal opinion, their best album is 1999. I think that's what it's called, 1999. Man, that thing is just mind-blowingly good. So I do have high hopes for this one as well. Surprisingly, their stuff like from the 70s, it got actually a little like progressive, really. Oh my goodness. To find this one for $5, I've been looking for this one for a long time. I was so thrilled. Slade, keep your hands off my power supply. Oh, yes. And Run, Run Away. That song. Also for $5, I love Rare Earth, and this is a double live LP or a live double LP. Yeah, very very cool, very cool. For $1.99, I found this pretty early John Hyatt 2-Bit Monsters. Very cool. Jeff Beck, Flash. This is probably my third or fourth Jeff Beck, maybe. Very cool. And Yes. Nazareth. I love Nazareth. $1.99 for this one. Malice in Wonderland. Oh man, very good. All right, so that was Third Eye Records in Long Beach. I can recommend it, but I suspect there's a better record store in Long Beach. But that's just one I ended up at. Now this fancy bag. um, I was checking my route back home from Long Beach, and I knew I would be going through Anaheim, so I asked Google, record stores in Anaheim, California. Wouldn't you know it? Burger Records. So this fancy bag is from Burger Records. Picked up a whole stack of free publications, zines, that sort of thing. I got some stickers, and they included one of their own stickers as well. And you can't go to Burger Records and not buy a cassette. That's one of the things they're known for. So I picked out specially priced 2 records, 2 on 1 cassette. So 2 records, 1 cassette. The OCs, and it's Cool Death of Island Raiders and Suck Blood. Yeah. I had heard of them. A lot of the bands they had like a whole wall of cassettes on the Burger Records label, and I didn't recognize most of them, but I had heard of this band. So, and here's their information. They're actually a lot easier to get to than I thought they would be, so I was kind of shocked about that. I may have to go there more often, and compared to Third Eye Records, their prices are a little more reasonable. Some of the stuff I would even say is underpriced, and the condition is better. More often than not, I would pull a record out, and it'd be like almost pristine. I was like, wow, this is great. So, one of the first records I looked at, I was just... I mentioned earlier, I'm a big fan of the Temptations, and you may or may not know, I'm also a big fan of Diana Ross. So this is Diana Ross and the Supremes join the Temptations. How cool is that? Oh, man. Oh, yes. And then... Actually, I'll do this one next. This was just a blind buy, but I think they're supposed to be like heavier music. It's Crazy Head, Desert Orchid. That was $2. So I believe Southern Rock, Black Oak, Arkansas, and this is High on the Hog. In fact, that's a staple. Let's take a look at it real quick. Yeah, very cool. And my goodness. They had a few Donovan records that I hadn't seen before. Some of them were a little more than I was willing to spend. This one, however, and this is in pretty darn good shape. 7 T's. 1974. Very cool. Yeah. Thrilled, absolutely thrilled. So that was my day. I got to browse around in 2 record stores after having spent 75% of the day at the clinic with my dad. But I got some great music. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.